Hey, it's Tuesday.
Wonderful Tuesday episode. We are recording it at 12:01 on May 15th. It's a Saturday. We do not talk about Monet and the Vixen and Tamisha Amon. What we do talk about is, does your butthole leak? Do you have a wet pussy?
A wet cushy? A cushy. That's what you call it because you sit on it. We also have a conversation that Meatball didn't like, but I very much enjoyed about clothing and getting rid of clothes and what your daytime clothing uniform is like. And pants
and I like
shorts.
that conversation. I didn't like the conversation where we talked about a picture of Coco Montrese because they can't see it. Anyway, enjoy this episode. We're hoping you have a wonderful Tuesday or Monday if you shop on
Monday if you're
Forever
nasty.
Dog app. Yeah, you nasty.
All right,
commercial
bye.
free nasty.
Forever Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you sup, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks, you stupid little fuck.
oh, she's feeling vocal and sing-songy today.
Welcome to Big Dipper and Meatball, Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Big Dipper and that's Meatball. Actually, I'm Meatball and that's Big Dipper, and we should start saying it right because some people don't know what we look like outside of it.
Here's the thing to me.
Tamisha.
Don't say we should start saying it right. You are the only person who ever says it, and you've said it wrong for a year.
Ooh, ah.
Yeah, start. You know what? There's power in your name, Meatball. You should hold on to it.
I'm really excited for today's conversation because yesterday,
What happened?
on the internet,
What happened?
the Vixen cometh for
I don't wanna
Monet.
talk about this.
I know. I don't want to talk about it either because it's
So let's not.
crazy. It
Let's
doesn't make any
literally
sense.
not. It's not our business.
And I'm not
it doesn't
going
concern
to.
us.
But what I
Okay.
will say
No. Okay.
is
What?
that I love Monet and Bob. Continue. What's on today's docket?
Well,
Today
I have a whole list of things to say, but I do want to direct our listeners to the YouTube channel of one Miss Gigi Gorgeous if you are looking for visual confirmation to accompany Meatball's tale of performing at Gigi's birthday party, because there are clips. There are shows and shenanigans. Obviously, it was fully detailed on Meatball's Instagram story, but I found watching that video very nice to sort of understand, where Meatball fit into the whole evening of the party. So
And
that
you
was
know what?
enjoyable.
like a Rubik's Cube and a box of Legos I did not fit in. It was crazy. I still haven't watched that video because
it's cute.
Can't.
It's like you and Gigi having a great time and her greeting you and saying hi to Nicole. It's it's fun. It looked like you were the life of the party.
Well,
Okay, so here are the things on my docket.
Bring up the docket.
I am about to I did this a little before I moved, but now I'm feeling ready for another round of it. I'm going to go through all of my clothing. Do you enjoy doing this? Do you?
No,
Okay.
Because here's the problem. I own those clothes because I like them,
Mm-hmm.
and having to get rid of them, and I know I'll probably never wear half of them again.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard because I think I might have that hoardery thing where there's an emotional attachment to it,
Right.
but not a physical one. It's just a mental, I remember I did this in this shirt. I wish I could keep this shirt, but it doesn't fit. I don't ever wear it. It's stained.
Okay. So I am currently wearing a Bushwig shirt with an amazing art, like a Bicala art on it.
Yeah, I love that.
The neck is so stretched out I would never wear it in public. It's short on my body frame now because it's just a regular white cotton shirt. So literally when I stand up,
That underboob is eating it.
the belly hangs out and the underboob right here on my titty is eating it. But it's this shirt is comfortable. I like this shirt, so I'm
It's
okay.
also Bushwig is such a
Right.
cool, and that not a lot of people have that shirt, but it's what can you do? I will tell you, I've been cutting them up to make, because I saw Willem did this with all of her merch shirt. She cuts them up and turned it into curtains, and I was like, oh, I need curtains in my drag room. What a better gift to myself than having all these merch items.
It's a great idea because I will say, so I have my dresser full of stuff and I have to go through that and I have to be cutthroat. That's how I feel. If it has an emotional connection, I'll put it in a box, but I need to take it out of my wardrobe. There's something exciting about going through a phase. Like I remember in my early 20s when I lived in Chicago, I only wore for a long time plain white t-shirts. I mean, that's not exclusively true, but my t-shirts were all just plain, no graphic, no anything, mostly white.
Why white?
I don't know. Like white,
I feel like
sort
that's
of
like the easiest thing to stain and to start looking dingy.
Yeah, maybe there were other colors too, but just plain t-shirts. And
so basically what you're saying is that you are a cartoon character. Continue.
Right. And the other thing in addition to that wardrobe were short-sleeved, button-down, like plaid but bright color pattern shirts. You know the vibe. Like a very hipster thrift store shirt.
Yes.
That's what I did in my 20s. Then, whatever. I think there was a period of time where I was really into graphic shirts, like shirts with art or sayings, or like my friends made them, or merch shirts. And over the past year or so, I've moved back to just like solid color, like easy t-shirts. But I like those graphic shirts. I like the ones with the art on it. And under my bed, in a vacuum sealed Ziploc or like plastic, whatever bag,
is a body?
No, ma'am. Is a bag full of shirts we made from being in plays. I have all the college shirts.
Okay.
What do we do with them? Tell me.
My mom has a box. Okay, well, first, my mom has a box of those. Like, because I was like a part of every play, whether I was crew or not.
And
but I have it
didn't happen if it wasn't a shirt. The jackets.
We would make, so our theater group would each year do like a fake Letterman jacket because we couldn't get one for whatever. So we'd have our own version of it. So I have like 2 of those. I have every show shirt from when I was in literally junior high to high school. And then I have every theater thing that I did in college. So it's very strange, but it's all just at my mom's house in a box. But what I will say is in my 20s, see, I did a uniform thing too. Because I was, okay. So when I first moved to New York, my thing was I was working at J. Crew, so I wore J. Crew all day, every day.
Polos.
It was always a gingham button down and a pair of dark denim. I forget what they were called. It was like Japanese selvage denim jeans, and like Sperry's, and I wore that every single day.
What are Sperry's? Are they that like boat shoe?
It's a boat shoe.
Ooh.
Yeah. No support, no socks.
No socks.
And then after I quit working there, I was like, oh, that's not me at all. What I like to dress like is Sarah Silverman. I was always in
the t-shirt, the Delia's.
A t-shirt with the 2 stripes on the sleeve, which I still wear to this day.
Yes.
Or I was always wearing American Apparel, the 3/4-inch sleeve baseball tees, and I had them in like 10 different colors.
Oh,
any combination of color, I was wearing that with jeans and shorts, and that was the uniform. And I wore that for 4 to 5 years, and I still wear it.
Here's my question.
Given the chance.
Do
now
you
all I wear is
remember-
Lockwood. Lockwood 51, baby.
I
have so many.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's like all my shirts are Lockwood shirts. Do you remember the V-necks? Can we talk about V-necks?
The deep V? Okay, I was so embarrassed to wear the deep V because I was hairier than everybody else that I would wear another t-shirt under it.
Wait.
So I looked like a little super.
with the deep
I
V
look like
underneath?
Yeah, and I look like a little superhero. It was like, whoop, whoop.
Okay, I remember getting a V-neck, and then I remember buying the deep V. Was American Apparel the only company making the deep V? Was that the vibe?
Everything else was like, but here, yes.
The deep V was like a J-Lo dress. She went like below the sternum, just above the belly button. That deep V was midway in the middle of your torso.
I had like titties. I had gynecomastia or whatever. So I have titties. And so they were not made for me. They were made for like twinks with like their clavicle bones to bust out. And I was there just
They're
like,
made for people with concave chests.
Yeah, with that little like cereal bowl chest.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, my journey with V-necks was really interesting because initially I was like, oh, I've got chest hair. Let's show that off.
Let's get this out to the people.
So I would do the V, and then even I had one or two. I remember I had a purple deep V, and I would wear that. And I used to wear a chain around my neck, and the chain, not like, don't do that. The chain my dad used to wear, it was a tiny little chain with two lockets of a baby photo of me and a baby photo of my sister. And I found that at my parents' house, and I used to wear that around my neck in my 20s. And then I think I took the photo of me off of it, and I would just wear a photo of my sister as a baby around my neck.
Your girlfriend is so pretty as a child.
but I felt like Robin Williams in The Birdcage. Do you remember when, as Armand,
absolute favorite movie. Yes,
and he goes and visits. Oh my God, now I'm blanking on her name. Christine Baranski's character, who is the birth mom of their son, and she's like, look at that chain glittering in that thick nest of chest hair. You remember she's like flirting with him?
Yeah.
And I always felt like that because I was like, oh. But the thing that eventually turned me off to V-necks was someone pointed out that when I would shave my neck, there has to be a distinction between what's neck hair and what's chest hair.
Which I disagree.
You wanted to just grow all the way. You want my beard to go into my neck, into my chest.
And then it should probably connect up the back. Like once your back of your neck connects at the side and then the hairline, you've become a full beast.
So when you're as hairy, it's like you have to clear the neck. And so then I had this like weird crew neck hairy line under my neck, and then a V-neck showing the chest. I felt like the image didn't.
It looked like
sense.
you were wearing
an undershirt, like you did.
An undershirt, like I did. So we were basically twins.
So
a journey!
I left the V-necks behind. Is basically. But anyhow, today I plan on trying to
getting rid of that.
At least get a stack. At least get like one tote bag full of T-shirts that I know I'm not going to wear, and I can go donate them somewhere.
Wonderful.
Well, okay, let's take a break.
Yeah. What a weird conversation.
Weird? I thought it was lovely.
Yeah, it's just like, I can't believe we had such similar clothing choices. It seems like the options were limited for us.
Also, you like to wear pants. I hate wearing pants. I hate. But you have pants. I've seen you in pants.
I have one pair of all-day jeans now. Currently, that's all I have.
Have you ever seen me in pants?
Absolutely never. Well, I think the difference is I will wear a real cotton short and you only wear athletic shorts.
I sometimes wear a real short, but it's mostly basketball shorts.
You like an elastic band.
Of course. I have jury duty next week, and one of the rules is you cannot wear a t-shirt and you have to wear pants. And I'm like, bitch, what am I supposed to do?
I forgot to cancel mine and I didn't go. What's going to happen to me?
Let's take a break. Okay, something about me. I love shopping! If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly.
Shop.
Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today.
Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I too have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy, and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix.
We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy Seconds 50 off.
Okay, we are back.
Hello!
Now, this is another deep random cut on my docket, but I do want to discuss it with you because we didn't have a podcast at the time that this happened. I texted you a link to a video last night.
Oh, let me just double check. I think it was a video I had already seen.
Of course it was. It was a video the world has seen,
Yes.
but I would like to
So it was
discuss
the video of the season 11 reveal. It was their first season, I believe, on VH1, or was it their second? And instead of it just being a runway, it was... Lord have it. I love her to pieces, but she's not good at her job in this video. Aquaria was hosting each new girl playing a game.
But do you remember
in
the
a poorly
other part
lit
of it?
room?
Adam Rippon,
Oh, God.
did an interview with them. And the thing about the whole video is that first of all, whoever put the creative of the video together, it sounds great. It sounds fun. Do a little chit chat, go play a game, show off the diva, boom.
It would be fun. This is gonna sound rude. If it was a bunch of personalities, like we've talked about before, if it was TV personalities, people who knew how to respond and act on camera. But instead, it was a bunch of drag queens who up until this point had been local girls who don't know how to act on camera.
They also set them up. They set Aquaria up for such failure. Here's one thing. Yes.
They said Aquaria vamp for 1.5 hours.
Tell us about the lighting. The lighting was
lighting
TV
was
lighting.
awful.
It was even, but drag queens should be like bright, blown out, shiny, pretty, and filtered. And this was
not
like
directly from the top.
this was like the most flat matte lighting.
You want to talk about some other bad lighting? I finally finished The Circle, and at the reunion portion, they lit Michelle Buteau. They did her dirty. The whole time I was just looking at her, and I was like, "This isn't my TV." She was blown out. She was bad. Anyway, they didn't even give these girls that treatment. They put these girls under fluorescence, it looked like.
But then it's like they weren't learning from their mistakes because they literally had how many girls are on a season? 14. Every time it was like they fuck with each game. There was a fuck up and they never learned from their mistakes. So by the time they got to Nina West, her game was wrap someone in toilet paper, and they just gave rolls of regular toilet paper that weren't on a table. They were on the ground, and the toilet paper wasn't even started.
It was like one ply.
Nina had to try to ply open the thing, and she eventually just had the guy hold all the stacks of toilet paper. And with every mistake that happened, Aquaria just kept saying, the budget. I guess there wasn't the budget. The budget over here. She was dragging it the whole time. It was such a 90-minute cringe
You
fest.
know, VH1 took it down immediately afterwards.
I was so happy to find it on the air.
So this one is on YouTube, and it's called Drag Race S11 Ruviel, a.k.a. The Cringe Fest. And it is delicious. And the image is just Plastique looking at the camera like, am I really here?
She's like, bitch,
really
I'm too pretty for this.
I deserve better.
The clip that I think is so funny that the reason I looked this up is someone posted the clip on Twitter of it's Aquaria with Kahana Montrese. And Aquaria says, okay, we're going to play Flip Cup. Have you ever played Flip Cup before? And Kahana's response is, do you remember what she says?
Did she say, no, but I eat ass or something?
No, she says, no, but I've flipped on a few dicks before. Which is just amazing. And then Aquaria goes, okay, well, and then Kahana, there's a table with
and it's a low table. It's a coffee
table with 8 cups, solo cups on it.
And Aquaria looks at the camera and goes, well, normally you flip it and then there's alcohol, but there's no alcohol. Okay. And she keeps going.
Kahana reaches down and smacks the underside of the table and all the cups fall. That was her version of playing Flip Cup. This is just so funny to me. After a couple of years of working with queens and learning so many things, sometimes when we're working on projects with people who don't usually work with drag queens, and I say a few things like, oh, well, we'll definitely need photo approval, and those photos will have to be retouched by a drag retoucher, and we need straws on set, and everything has to be opened ahead of time, and they need a flat surface to get ready, and just all the things that come with what it means to do drag. People are amazed. They're like, oh, I never would have thought of that. And you're like, yeah, me neither, until you've worked with enough queens to learn it.
Yeah, I think when my makeup palette came out the first time, it was shocking, the photo edit that they did on me, and that I kept sending them notes back, and the poor person who was editing it had never worked with a drag queen before. So I was zooming in on pictures of me that had been retouched by someone else and sending it to them being like, do you see how this person did this to my face and it's not like this? And it was back and forth until finally I was like, listen, they're never going to understand what a drag queen looks like. They're never going to understand it.
Yeah, at a certain point you have to say okay, company, you're going to pay for the photo shoot and you're going to pay for the retouching, but I'm in charge because you won't understand what it means. You don't get it,
and what you want is impossible for that budget. Now, I will say, there is one photographer of the drag queens who does such a heavy-handed edit that they look like an oil painting when they're done, and I love it, but sometimes I want to see the,
we all want to see the first one. So at a certain point, you don't even need to wear a wig or do your makeup. You just hold a pose, and then it's like a paper doll thing. You can just put a filter on it.
Yeah, like with RuPaul. They just keep using the same face and sticking it on different shit. Put a different wig on it.
Did you see that photo of, wait, did you listen to, I was going to say of Auntie Chan.
What about Auntie Chan?
Did you see the photo where they kept nipping her waist in?
Yeah, she got bimbified. She got the bimbification. They took that waist in snatched, honey.
Okay, so speaking of photo editing, I'm curious if you have seen a recent photo of, we just talked about her daughter, but let's talk about the mother, the icon, the legend, Coco Montrese.
Have you seen that video Coco Montrese lip syncing? Kimchi posted all the time. Lip syncing in a dressing room, and she it's like, I had a dream, da 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 da, and she picks up her titty, lifts it up.
No.
So Coco Montrese has recently posted a photo of herself ass out in a bathroom. Now here's where her first mistake was. It is a tiled bathroom. So I can see
the tiles have a grid on them, baby.
the tiles are telling the truth. Looks like a very fancy restroom though. Oh, it's got a rain shower head. Her ass is out. She seems to be in a pair of Aussie bum undies. She's caked up.
Honey,
given the finger.
Caked up. But I'm so curious about...
There's no delineation between her forehead to her cheek to her nose. It's all one flat surface.
What's wild to me about this is that the ass looks so good. And I feel like she didn't need to inflate it the way that she did, because if you look at the basket of towels behind her, they look like a Salvador Dali painting. They're so morphed and twisted. And I'm like, girl, you made the ass look huge, but you got an amazing ass.
All right. Well, this isn't really a visual podcast, so maybe we should move on to a topic that we can talk about.
Sure. Why don't you bring something to the table?
All right. I would love to discuss the new CDC rules about not having to wear a mask out in public.
Oh, so the bitch who texted me about we're never going to talk about COVID again now wants to talk about COVID.
No, I'm just really excited to see what this means.
Yeah, what do you think?
From what I understand, well, I think that it means that businesses are still going to require masks inside, and we're going to have to follow those rules. But my main concern is walking around not looking like a Republican.
Yeah, that seems to be the trend on Twitter, right?
Yeah, it's how do I not wear a mask? Should I still have it on my wrist to be I still believe?
I'm such a fan of because I don't like the ones that just hook around the ear. I like the full strap around. So I'm such a fan of it hanging around my neck so I can just pull it up right away if I encounter anyone. Because to me, yeah, walking on the street outside by yourself, you're like, fuck it, I'm not going to wear a mask or whatever. But you want it ready at all times in case you have to go inside somewhere. And for me, to Misha, I would like to... If I encounter a stranger on the street who's getting close to me, not like I'm talking to them a few sidewalk, what do you call those? Sidewalk squares?
Sure.
My sister, we used to go for a walk up to the neighborhood store and she would say, stay 3 sidewalk squares behind me. I wasn't allowed to walk next to her.
With you.
Yeah. Her and her friends would walk
dark.
And she would say it would be a different number. Each time.
If she was with a friend, it would be 5.
Be 5. Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
she would stop and turn around and count and then slap you if you were too close.
If I see someone on the street and we're talking and we're a decent distance away, I'm not going to mask up. But I don't know. How do you feel?
Here's the hot take. I feel like I might still wear I don't want to get a cold. I might still wear one on a plane. I don't want honestly.
I think they're going to be required on.
I don't have to
for
smell people's breath.
Right.
I'm gonna miss it. But if I'm in a club or something, I guess I will leave it on. I don't know.
I've been training, working out.
Yeah, is it hard with the mask on?
It is, but I have reached the 2 weeks after my second vaccine, and my trainer, he got his vaccine in February. He got the Johnson.
So y'all made out?
We haven't made out, but we do we train in his backyard, garage, and driveway. It's sort of depending because he has equipment in the garage, but it's all open air training. And it was weird the first time doing it because I'm we've been doing this for 3 months and only seen the tops of each other's faces. And I was am I making mouth? I mean, I know him, so I know what he looks like, but I'm do I make weird faces when I'm working out? Or it feels vulnerable now to be with someone without where they can see your whole face.
Oh yeah, I was working on that thing last week, and the whole week that we were practicing and rehearsing and stuff, I was in a mask. And then the one day that we did it, I had to take the mask off, and I was concerned about, are my teeth yellow? This is everyone's first time seeing my face.
Yeah.
How is my breath? We're standing awful close. I kept on going and getting handfuls of mints and like putting them in my pocket and just chewing them anytime that I wasn't around somebody. And then like if there was a moment to breathe, I would like stick a mint in my mouth, because I was just like, everything about like my mouth is now I'm way more aware of it.
Wait, that reminds me of two things. One thing is, do you feel like there's some weird analogy with like swimming in a pool with a t-shirt on, and then the first time you take the t-shirt off, it's like everyone goes swimming, you know, showing off a lot of their body.
Yeah.
But the first time you do it, if you're like self-conscious about your body, you're like, everyone's looking at my body, and you're like, well, actually, no, more people are looking at you when you have the t-shirt on in the swimming pool than if you were just like chubby in the swimming pool.
Yes.
Does it track?
Yes.
Does the analogy track?
I think the analogy does track.
Yeah. It's a little off-road track. And then the second thing that made me think about is, do you remember that time we went to the college gig? And
oh my God.
Eaten,
and
and then we got to a coffee,
food,
and then your breath.
I brushed my teeth. Okay, so tell me if this happens to anybody else. If I brush my teeth and then I like go do something and I'm like not drinking a ton of water, but then I drink a coffee, my breath becomes like, it's worse than toilet. It was like worse than sewage. It was so bad, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Yeah,
and I don't know what it is. I didn't bring any gum. I normally always
start putting like water from the sink in your mouth.
I did anything to like just try to wash my mouth out, but like that's still. I mean, I just had a cup of coffee right now, and I'm like, I can tell that I have like coffee breath.
It's
but
about
there
to
has
feel
to
like
be
you ate a turd.
Something that you can do about it. Now, why don't we take a break, and then we can actually get onto something that's medical when we answer some questions.
Oh.
Yes, based on a statement that we had on last Tuesday's episode. So let's go to break, and then I'm going to read this email that we got. And we're back.
And I guess in that time, Meatball became a doctor. Oh,
no,
you're a doctor.
No, but I did just message a doctor about this.
Really?
Out of nowhere. Yeah, via Instagram. So we'll see what he says while I'm reading this.
Okay. I'm excited. I don't know what you're going to read here.
Okay. So, last week on our Tuesday episode, we talked about how annoying, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, we talked about how annoying it is when guys are like, oh yeah, my pussy is so wet. It doesn't need lube. It's self-lubing.
Yeah, because I didn't tell the full story about that.
So do you want to tell that story, or should I read this email and then you can tell that story? How about we find out the science and then you tell the story?
Yeah.
So this is the email. Hi, Dipper and Meatballs. Yum. Now I'm hungry. Anyways, on yesterday's recording, y'all mentioned something about gay men claiming that their buttholes are self-cleaning ovens or that they cream. Meatball added that is not how science works. I just think it's a missed opportunity for you guys to get the, wait for it, bottom of the issue. Wait for it, bottom of the issue. Okay.
Smart.
I have been gaslit on this subject most of my adult life. Yes. When I am very attracted to a top, the pussy starts to drip. As I am a very low libido individual, I can count on one hand how many mints have elicited full wet. I think last year there was a health... Okay. Do you know? There was a health professional on an episode and this topic came up. The words chlamydia and yeast were mentioned. I decided that other than routine sexual health checkups and tests, I would blatantly tell my bussy has the sniffles when I'm horny, and sometimes when I'm not. Okay. After several swabs and samples, including a preemptive colonoscopy,
Whoa.
I have a clean bill of health. Yes, I eat a high-fiber diet, take fiber supplements, and use pro and prebiotics. I keep Imodium on deck, and when the need arises, a good fingering is all that's needed. No lube, no spit, maybe some pre-cum and genuine attraction, though. Anyway, let's get to the bottom of this. How many bottoms got that wet? Is this a thing or not?
Well, you said you were going to say science, and I want to know the science behind it. What
Okay,
is
so
the wetness?
This doctor just said he's typing you can
Oh
see
my
that.
God, amazing. What
This
did
is
you
Dr. Marcus Tellez. Look him up, Dr. Tellez. He's a gay doctor in Los Angeles. He's incredible. Okay. He said, LOL, I don't think so. Like, people love to say their buttholes get wet, but like, your rectum doesn't make fluid other than mucus to help release poop. Wow.
Okay, so maybe
I've never heard someone who gets wet enough that they can take a dick without spit or lube.
except for our caller who just
Except
called
for this
in.
person.
So maybe it's the mucus maker that's in your rectum. This person has subconsciously trained their body when they're horny, instead of like leaking pre-cum, it sort of begins to get a little more mucusy. Because if that's the only thing, if that's the only piece of like anatomy that can create a lubricant, see what I always think is like, okay, so if you cleaned out, it isn't bone dry because you've been in and out of there with water. And oftentimes I know when
you
people
use lube.
when people
to
clean
get the
out, they
thing in.
either use lube on the hose or like they're doing a little self-check with fingers or whatever. They're like readying themselves.
Yeah.
So that seems like a pre-lube situation. But okay, if our listener says that.
See, you're a medical mystery. You have something wrong with your booty hole. I don't believe it. I don't believe. I don't
Yeah.
believe.
My story goes that I was like this guy. Remember when we were at the drive-in and I had received that text message from that person that said, just out of the blue on a random Sunday,
Oh, I remember.
I
were
want you
trying
to
to get
make
us out
me
of there.
gape.
Yes.
Yeah. So eventually me and that person met up, and there was like a lot of like ass play. He really wanted to get fisted. My hands are big. It was unable to happen, but we were like, we were getting all the fingers, most of the knuckle. Like we just didn't get all the way inside.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and there was some fucking that was happening. It's like we had a
fucked him? You put your
Yeah.
penis inside someone?
Uh-huh.
I thought you didn't do that anymore.
No, I do that. So we had a whole, scenario. I'm a very sexual person. We had a whole scenario, and then we were sort of taking a break, and I literally fell asleep and then woke up, and we were sort of going back at it again. And I put like a little bit of lube on my hand and like went back to start playing with his asshole again. And he was like drenched. And in my mind, I was like, oh, that's
The
all
water fell from the other socket.
that, or like it's all residual lube from when we played 30 minutes ago after, we like laid around for a little bit. And then additionally, I was like, I just like re-wet my hands with lube. So if it's silicone lube, it's like or if it's water-based lube, it's like reactivated. Like water-based lube sometimes dries out, and then if you just put a little bit of water on it, it becomes slick again.
Oh,
and so
I don't know that.
And so I was like, okay. I was like, wow, it's so slick back here. And he was like, yeah, when I'm really turned on, my butt lubes itself. And I was like, what's that now? He was like, it's my cunt juice. And then he used the term cunt juice like a handful of times before I left.
I don't like calling it a cunt.
So to him, it was cunt juice. To me,
it's cunt juice.
Sha, it was
To me, sha?
old lube. Do you want me to play the voicemail you sent me?
Yeah. I haven't listened to it, so it might be bad.
It might be bad, you think?
I didn't listen to it.
Hello. This is Micah calling in from South Carolina. I just want to thank you for your advice to check around the crotch area before you go down on someone, because that just saved me from a world of trouble.
What?
I just was making out with this guy who's uncut, and, I was licking the nipples and about to go down on him, and we pulled down his pants, and it's uncut, And I was like, I have your advice in the back of my mind. Just take a look around there, make it kind of sensual, take a little look at it. So I pulled back the foreskin before I put my mouth on it, and it was scabby all around under the head.
Scabby?
And I
Scabby?
said, "Excuse me, what is this?" And he said, "Oh, I'm uncut." And I was like, No. Scabs, buddy. What are we doing here? And anyway, it abruptly stopped, and luckily I didn't put my mouth on it. And I just want to thank you for that great advice, because that saved me from a nasty, nasty visit to the doctor. So y'all are out here changing lives, saving the world. So I appreciate it. All right, bye.
Scabby? Scabby. I've told this story before, but one time I got a very bad toothy blowjob, and the person just kept grinding his bottom tooth along the bottom of my dick, and it took off like a layer of skin, and it scabbed up, and it hurt. And anytime I got a boner, it would like pull the scab, and it would hurt. Now, if you're saying it's around the head, I still imagine there's some swelling going on there. Wouldn't it hurt him if he had scabs?
Okay. We may have said this story before, but in the similar way, I remember like going to suck a guy and being like, whoa, not scabs, but I was like, whoa, what is that? And he was like, yes. He was like, it is not a wart. It is not an STD. It is like, I forget what he said. It was like a skin tag or something. And he was like, I've seen a doctor about it. I'm getting it removed in a couple months. It's like just a growth. It is not a thing. He was able to very clearly.
Yeah, what about scabs?
I'm getting to it. He was very clearly able to explain what it was and that it wasn't any sort of infection or STD. For this gentleman to say, yeah, I'm uncut, as if that's the reason to have scabs all over your dick. Diva.
I thought he was just saying, I'm uncut, like, oh, you've never seen a foreskin before.
No,
like,
he said, what is
issue.
this? Like, what?
No, he goes, what is this?
Scabs?
And he was like, he said, what is this? And he goes, I'm uncut. And then he said, no, the scabs.
Oh, I thought the guy was saying like, oh, I'm uncut, so I always have scabs under my dick. I'm like, that's not how that works.
Oh.
How are you not fully aware of what's going on in your body?
Again, we've had emails about it before. Sometimes guys with foreskin just don't get taught how to clean it.
I just want to say thank you for the phone call. I'm glad you were able to feel strong and empowered enough to not just feel bad and suck on that dick. Like, good for you. So
yeah, never feel pressure to suck on a dirty dick. Also, Dr. Tellis got me back with one more message about the...
Ooh.
He said, the prostate is right there, which is what makes anal feel good, but the prostate fluid doesn't exit the rectum. It just helps to make semen. So, I guess that's just more on... There's nothing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the mucus.
Yeah, so maybe you just have a very...
overactive, mucusy butthole. Meatball, let's have Dr. come to an end of the show.
And his Instagram story is always on here.
Literally keep talking over each other. What are you saying?
I said we should have him on the podcast and we can ask him more sexual questions because he's a great gay doctor. And his Instagram stories are always completely unhinged.
As we're looking to the future, you're getting ready to gig again. What music do you think you'll be doing? What music are you inspired by? You gonna pull that McDonald's number back out?
No more McDonald's. She's done. But what I will be delivering is probably some of Nikki's new mixtape or old mixtape. Itty Bitty Piggy is back out. So,
Itty Bitty Piggies.
You know. Yep. You know.
No, it's the other beat. Yep. It's on the it's on the upbeat. There you go.
Definitely more Doja Cat. I mean, during the pandemic, I basically did like 4 Doja Cat songs because I was just like obsessed.
She's the one for you.
She's the one for me. Definitely gonna see if I can, unless otherwise instructed, not wear blonde wigs anymore.
Oh, you're done.
I think I might be more of like a light brown, honey brown, or a black haired. or
you
a dark
and black
red.
hair looks.
I feel like I look better in black hair. I need to accept that. I've also stopped. Something I did learn over this pandemic was like what my real color was. I was highlighting my skin in like such a weird Simpsons yellow. And now it's like I will say I had a makeup artist do my makeup the other day, and she was like, your skin is so many different colors. She was like, under your eyes, it's green. Above here, it's red. Like the undertone is red. Over here, it's yellow. And I was like, yeah, it's a hard match.
But in our new photos for the podcast,
I
think
great,
you look
but
great.
I did a different eye shape, and I was actually my color, and I didn't do a harsh contour line, except for on my nose, but that got edited out real good.
Yeah, you look great. You do have a different eye shape.
Yes. And I will say that was the day that Got Mick was there, and they said that my makeup was very good. And that coming from a true makeup artist
is a real compliment. Yeah, I'm
What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be bringing out a new show? Are you putting
what
together
I used
anything
to
new?
do?
You're getting your stamina up.
You know what
running around?
Can I answer the question? You know what I used to do? I used to love to do was like, okay. So I used to love to do the thing where it's like anytime an artist came out with a song, you would get the instrumental and just like do your own verse on it. And this happens a lot, and people post it on Instagram or post it on TikTok where they like fill in their own verse for more people to like learn about them, because people are, people will listen to a Nicki song with a guest verse on it, even if it's not sanctioned by, the Queen Minaj herself, more than they'll listen to like an original song that they're not familiar with. So what I would always love to do in my live shows is like put instrumental space into like songs people really know and do my own verse for it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm excited to start doing that and writing music again. I just sent off a feature verse to someone else, and a friend of mine, does a ton of cheerleading music. So I guess, well, yes. So there's like
3, 2, 1.
So it used to be that when cheerleading competitions happened, people just did unauthorized mixes. So there was just like constant like Britney songs and Katy Perry songs and Gaga songs. It's like pop music just like mixed in there because nothing was happening. And then, they were just like happening as a live only thing.
Yeah.
Then they got really popular. Then ESPN started airing them, but ESPN, I guess the sports industry has a very different rule about music licensing than like other places do. And so there was a whole thing in the last decade where the whole thing has shifted. And basically, because these cheer competitions air on TV, and because these competitions are linked with money somehow, basically they all use original music. So there's this whole mini industry in the music production world where people just make original music for cheerleading teams. And
That's weird.
If they have a ton of money, they make custom tracks where they're like, "Go KY, Kentucky, go!" It's like literally But then if they don't, they can like buy them off of like a library where they're just like, "We're the champs, we're gonna win!" Like, and they're just like generic. And so
that sounds like something Joellapus would do.
Correct. And so there exists a Big Dipper cheerleading vocal pack that people can buy. I made it with Guess. Do you know Guess, the art? He makes music. Yeah.
GESS.
Yeah, and he's done music with Shea Coulee
really
and myself.
He got very sexy very quickly.
He's always looked like that. I think he just started posting different photos of himself. But so we made a cheerleading pack a long time ago because he sort of formerly was in that world. But my friend I've been working with, I guess he either makes them for teams or he works directly with with like ESPN. And I think the cable TV company overdubs something that sounds similar to the original track because
That's like what they used to do on Dance Moms.
Yes.
Where
yes.
they would definitely be dancing to a Katy Perry song, but then they would find an artist to record like a knockoff version so it didn't make as much sense.
It's like, we're the super fun girls. We're gonna do it now. And you're like,
yes!
Is it California Girls? Okay, so he sends me these tracks and I like listen to some vocal. It's like a garbage rip that's like, you know, like, and then I have to replicate that and sort of do my own lyrics. It's a wild thing. And I'm like recording in my bedroom.
If only they knew that these 14-year-old girls were dancing around to the voice of a man who shoves his arm halfway up someone else's butt.
Yeah, we keep it on the low.
Until it's like, Big Dipper!
No, I do not name check, and it's all, like, literally the lyrics are like, we're the champs, we're number one.
We're the champs!
We're number
We're
one.
number one! You can
do
use
the
that.
dance, let's have some fun. Like, it's so generic.
Bop it. Twist it. Stop it. Shake it.
Stop it. Okay, speaking of stop it, we've made it to the end of the show. Thank you all so much for being here.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on Friday.
Goodbye.
Wait, do the outro though. Thanks so much for listening to Sloppy
Seconds with Big Dipper,
Big
and,
Dipper
Meatball.
and Meatball.
I'm Meatball, and that's Big Dipper. You can call us at... I forgot the number.
213-536-9180. Like that.
Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Big Dipper Jelly and Spiciest Meatball. Or you can find me on Twitter at Fat Drag Meatball. Or Twitter at Sloppy Pod. Okay, thanks for listening. The episodes come out every Tuesday and Friday. I tried to do that without a script. I got to start having the script up more. Doodle-a-doo-doo, forever dog. To listen to Sloppy Seconds ad-free and one day early, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcast.com/plus.
Sloppy Seconds is produced by Forever Dog and Moguls of Media, a.k.a. Mom.
Hosted by Big Dipper and Meatball. Music, editing, and sound design by William Pitt.
Executive produced by Willem Belli, Alaska Thunderfuck, Joe Cilio, Brett Boehm, and Alex Ramsey.
Our artwork was drawn by Christian Cimarroni.
And our theme song was written by Mike Malarkey.